And what's up, replay viewers? Let's see who tunes on in. Creative Moments Media, first one in the room, and Sunshine After Rain, welcome. Good to see you, Darlene and Oleg Zignievev, welcome. Good to see you, Diana Lee, and good to see you, Darlene. Good to see you, Sunshine After Rain. Good to see you, Sebastian Echkavera, welcome. Buenvenidos. Good to see you, Stephanie Gray. Robert T, good to see you, Robert T, and good to see you, Diana Lee, welcome. Good to see you, Lee, good afternoon, welcome. And the ABX girl, welcome. Good to see you, Ramona, welcome. And good to see J-Air Explorers, welcome. Good to see you, J-Air Explorers. Good to see you, Jerry. Good to see you, Dave Jeffries in Niagara Falls. Good to see you, Lisa UK Girl and Phyllis 2284. Welcome. Good to see you, good to see you, Strawberry Fields. Welcome, and Jay Chulo. Welcome. Kurt Weller. Good to see you, and Nadine Smith. Welcome. Good to see you, Jack of Majors Minis fame. Good to see you, and Michelle King. Good afternoon. Welcome. RoboJax is checking on in with us. Good to see you, RoboJax, out there in London. Good to see you, Ian. Welcome. Where are you? The Port Authority again? Nope, we're not at the Port Authority, but we are looking at a Port Authority-owned building right across the street. Good to see you, Ian. Welcome. Good to see you, Sarah C. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Welcome to Lower Manhattan here at Zuccotti Park, home of the original Occupy Wall Street. Good to see you, Sarah C. Good to see you, PD and Sheena. Welcome. Good to see you, Mohammed Arif. Welcome. Good to see you, Michelle King out there in Oregon. Welcome. And Jennifer Hayet. Welcome. Good to see you, Jeanette Schrainer out there in Glasgow. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Can we get 100 likes in the video? Activate my legs right now with 100 likes. Started my afternoon off with a square slice, a Sicilian slice, a pepperoni Sicilian slice from Hank's Pizza right across the street. It was pretty good. A little expensive though. A pepperoni square with a Snapple was $10. But Jack Spencer just bought my lunch, and Jack Spencer with a very generous $10 super chat. Jack Spencer, thank you so much for that very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for buying my lunch. It is much, much, much appreciated. And Jack, as always, first super chatter who buys my Metro card. So thank you so much for buying my Metro card, Jack. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's video, and much appreciated. Thank you so much, Jack. Good to see you, William. Welcome out there in Brooklyn. Good to see you, RJ, out there in Colorado. Welcome. Who else we have here? We have Tinky from the Netherlands. Welcome. And the Investigator. Welcome. And but yeah, a pepperoni square with a Snapple was $10, but Jack Spencer just got it for me. So thank you so much, Jack. Much, much appreciated. And I got to give a big shout out before we start to Robert Kibitz. If you're watching on the replay, if you're watching live, Robert Kibit, I really can't thank you enough. Robert Kibit was very generous, and he gave me a $700 PayPal last night. One of the largest PayPals I've ever gotten doing live streaming. And he said, go pick up the Osmo 3. And Robert, I'm not going to pick up the Osmo 3. I'm going to try to make your money last as long as possible. So I'm going to get a Pocket 2, the creator combo. So I'll get a microphone and stuff like that with it. And I'll start doing ASMR videos. But we're going to get a Pocket 2. And then with the rest of the money, that's our train ticket down to DC. I want to show you guys the cherry blossoms down there in DC. So with the rest of that money, I'm going to buy a train ticket for me and the Duchess. And we're going to go down to DC for the day. So thank you so much, Robert Kibit, for that extremely generous $700 PayPal. That is just ridiculous. So thank you so much. I'm going to try to use your money as efficiently as possible. I wanted to get the Osmo 3, but that thing is expensive. I think it's like $600. So I'm going to try to make this money go and last. And plus, I don't want to break the damn thing. I think the thing seems fragile. But thank you so much, Robert. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Chris MG. Welcome. Good to see you, Sal Muscles. Welcome. And who else do we have here? Good to see everybody, people. Good to see everybody, people. We got a lot to see today, but we got to hit 100 likes on the video. Let's hit 100 likes on the video and activate my legs. But yes, DC trip, like literally, it's going to be in the next few days. We're gonna go down to DC and check out. The cherry blossoms are beginning to really sprout quickly now. But good to see Coney Island Jim. Welcome. Good to see NK. Privyet. Privyet, NK. Privyet. Let's get 100 likes in the video. We got a lot to see today. We got a lot to see today. We got some really cool stuff. We got to go to the Ghostbusters firehouse. There might be something going on there. And then the city is alive. It's a warm day here in New York, and the weather's doing really good. And yeah, can't wait for the cherry blossoms. Hopefully, if I should have the energy in me and my feet, the idea is to end the live stream up in Central Park. So we're gonna go from Lower Manhattan all the way up to Central Park, and we'll go by Washington Square and Madison Square Park along the way. So we'll stay on Fifth Avenue. Sorry, folks, no Times Square. We're gonna avoid Times Square by going on Fifth. So, but we should end the live stream up at around 85th Street in Central Park. I wanted to get there yesterday, but we're gonna get there today. Who else do we have here in the room? The chat is flying. Good to see you there, Bagels and Walks. Everybody follows Bagels and Walks. A great live streamer from the Upper East Side. Bagels and Walks. Isn't the park lovely right now? Oh my God. Good to see you, John Berg. Good to see you, NYC girl. Welcome. 91 likes in the box, and 152 watching, 158 watching. Now keep on hitting that thumbs up. Activate the legs at 100 likes, and then we'll get cooking. Good to see a Redstone Soldier out there in Center Mauritius, Long Island. Beautiful weather out there on Long Island, I have to say. So, John Lore was going to go to the firehouse yesterday, but never made it. Yeah. I'm sorry, Dave. Yeah, no Times Square. I'm sorry. 95 likes, 5 more likes, and you got to activate my legs, people. You got to activate my legs. Oh yeah, we're going to have a fun one there. We're going to have a fun one. And that was completely unexpected. Robert Kibbett, $700 for me is like a lot of money. So thank you, Robert. I really do appreciate it. Robert Kibbett just brought in a whole new layer of videos that I'm going to start producing on here. Good to see you, Sharon. Welcome. The Duchess is over in Brooklyn hanging out with Rupert the Chihuahua and Mom. So they're hanging out. The Duchess made me a lovely pasta yesterday. Got a little bit more left for dinner tonight, so I'm looking forward to killing off the pasta that the Duchess made. It's so freaking good. I was gonna have it for lunch, but I'm like, I want that when I get home after we do 14,000 steps. We hit 100. That's right, Darlene. We hit 100. Me a bag of shells, man. Good to see you, Norman Blake, out there in Brooklyn. All right, guys, we got a lot to see. We got 100 likes. We got 100 likes. We got to do this, people. We got to do this. We're starting at Zuccotti Park here in Lower Manhattan. The lights have been taken off the trees, so it's officially no longer Christmas time. or the winter. I know, second day pasta is always better. I know. All right, let's make our first stop, 56 Leonard Street. The Jenga building. We won't go into Memorial Plaza today. We'll skip Memorial Plaza for today. Because we were there, right? Did we go there yesterday? I forget from getting what I'm doing. Good to see you, Caramax. Welcome. We went there the other day. Edwardson, Toledo, good to see us. We'll go back to World Trade Center probably next week. Are they buffing the bean today? Take your bet. Make your bets now, guys. If they're buffing the bean, gotta go buff the bean later, if you know what I mean. Good to see you, Les No Set. Welcome. And Dave Jr. out there in Dartmouth, United Kingdom. Welcome. Nebul's checking on in from the south of France. Bienvenue, Nebul. Everybody follow Nebul. Great live streaming from the south of France. Leftover. Yeah. Absolutely, Jay. Absolutely. The Christmas lights are off. Can we get 150 likes? Bloody hell, 173 people watching and only 115 likes. We can never break through that 2/3. That 2/3 ratio is ridiculous. Ooh, look, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. We're going to the Ghostbusters house, firehouse, and we might see something. I hope we see something. I hope Instagram is right. I'm going there. John Lore and the Duchess let me know about this yesterday evening, and I'm like, ooh. Good to see you, Sally Sipico. Welcome. We're on our way to the bean. They're buffing the bean. Will they be buffing the bean? We'll find out. We got a lot of steps to get in today. Got a lot to see today. As we look at the Oculus, then here comes One World. I love how this never gets old. Looking up right here, walking up Church Street, and then it just slowly comes into view. Good to see you, Ibrahim. Welcome. I love that view. It's so cool. It's so cool. The sculptural forms of the new World Trade Center. It is beautiful, right? I saw an update today. Adventurous Anders on Instagram posted something about it about 3 hours ago. So I'm hoping there's something there. And if there's not, there's not. We'll see the Ghostbusters firehouse at least. Привет, привет. Julie B. Beautiful skies here in New York. Oh, the 9/11 picture books. Probably one of the most depressing things to come out of September 11. People selling picture books of that horrible day. Andrew Park, 5 World Trade Center construction was supposed to start this year. Yeah, I haven't heard any updates either, Andrew. I haven't heard any updates either. It's going to be like a hotel, residential building. From what I hear, a new design also was unveiled.
Oh.
My name is not Skippy. We got the little gaggle of tourists here. Can't lose anyway. No, you can't lose. You can't lose. You know, I never understood either why people want to buy the picture books, but from what I hear is that they want some kind of like memento. And it's a weird memento to have. Like, oh, this is a picture book with a whole bunch of stolen photos. So, yeah. You see the Jenga building. 56 Leonard Street coming into view. We're going north on Church if you're following along. Approaching Barclay Street. We will be going north for most of the day today. Good to see you. Apple Amazon out there in the Netherlands. Welcome. Apple Amazon sounds like a knockoff computer brand. Yeah, remember when they sold the postcards? Yeah. I remember that, John. Didn't like it, but I remember it. Old buildings with the modern. Edwardson, isn't it great? Actually, Woolworth building is right there. There's a Woolworth building. Apple, I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day in New York. I'm lucky to live here. I'm lucky to be able to show it off to you guys. What are we coming up to? Park Place. Yeah, JR, it was messed up. People sold weird things, but the picture books seemed to be like the most lasting, tacky, unofficial thing. I mean, the most tacky, official souvenir at the World Trade Center was like a cheese plate. It was some kind of cheese plate. It was really weird. Who remembers that one? Beautiful blue skies, Jennifer. Yes, indeed. I don't think the weather Nightbot is working. I don't think my Nightbot's working in general, so. Yes, indeed, Joe. I am lucky to live here. Yes, I am. I love showing it off to you guys. All right. Park Place. Still going north along Church. Get on the side of the Jenga building. Is Nightbot on spring break? Is that a video series, Sunshine? Nightbots on spring break, brought to us by Schaefer Beer and Tampax. Okay. In June, you like to see the Dutch heritage here. Yeah. Ooh, I guess I'm in people's way here. Family kind of aggressively moving north on this sidewalk. Guess I'm walking too slow. Good to see you, Rouge Jones. Welcome. There's a few remnants of the Dutch heritage, but not a lot. Most of the Dutch remnants of New York is out in Brooklyn and Queens. So, unfortunately, not too much of the Dutch heritage is left. But a couple of things are around, if you know where to look. Good to see you, Purple Queen. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome. Who else we got here? Neville out there in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Making our way up to the Bean. Bob Doyle, good to see you. I know, Caramax. That was the only other ad I could think of. Don't know why. It's spring breaky, right? It's like spring break. Good to see you, Din Din. Welcome. Aloha, Liz. Welcome. Yeah, Nightbot hasn't scolded anyone in a while. Yeah. I might have to reset it or something like that. I haven't messed with it in a while. Probably needs like a new login again. Gotta authorize it. All right, approaching Chambers. We officially go from Lower Manhattan to Tribeca. Triangle below Canal Street, as it's called. $154 likes, 213 people watching. Can we get to 200 likes? That'll be fantastic. We got to break this 2/3 ratio. All right, Church and Chambers Streets. The municipal building, right down yonder. Almost spit out your soda. I'm sorry about that, Karen Max. Way, as people wander out. Of course the guy from Jersey runs the red light. Anyway. Okay. By the way, today's background music, look up Joe Pesci and his rap drive-by from 1998. YouTube recommended the song to me earlier this morning. Watched it, and now the song is hopelessly stuck in my head. So you can play that in the background while we walk around today. Lovely day in the neighborhood, lovely day in the neighborhood for a drive-by. I can't believe Joe Pesci did a rap song in 1998. I vaguely remember it. Now it's like, oh my God, yeah. That was on MTV for a minute. Wish he made more music. To be honest, wish he made more music. I sing good. I am trained. I am trained. My steps are going to the rhythm. Yes, they are, because it has what is it? It's a Blondie riff they have in the background. So it's a Blondie riff, and then Joe Pesci rapping over it. But YouTube recommended me the video. I'm like, oh, let me watch it. It's a fun song. Now it's like just stuck in my head. The AT&T Long Lines building, the infamous skyscraper with no windows. The skyscraper that could live after the bomb drops for 2 weeks. Right there across the street. What? Tommy gets whacked in the name of his album. Really? Do I amuse you? Do I amuse you like a clown? I am here to amuse you. I'll tell you that right now. Oh my God, Jay, you got to look into it. The name of this song is called Wise Guy. And he goes by a different name in the album, which I already forgot. But good to see you, Robinson Lopes. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people, as we approach James, right? Or Worth Street. Worth Street. Worth Street we're approaching right now. Getting up to our first stop, the Bean. We got a production sign over here. What's filming? Man, they got the cones coming out. DFS is filming here. Oh, this was it's on Thursday they're filming this. Interesting. Never heard that production name before. The Friend has been filming a lot. He had 2 youths singing with him. Привет, привет. Привет from Russia. You might hit that like button. Let's get to 230 likes. That'll be fantastic. 56 Leonard Street coming up. '56 Leonard Street. Here it is. They're not buffing the bean. They're not buffing the bean. We could see ourselves in the bean. Now look, here's the seam of the bean, or one of the seams of the bean. Good to see everybody. Welcome. Mary Lily, good to see you. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Hope everybody's having a great afternoon on this Wednesday. We're halfway there, baby. Ah, the children love the bean. It's nice and buffed. Kind of disappointed there's nobody. Yeah, I know, no sad horns, right? I'm kind of sad there's nobody buffing the bean today. Good to see you there. Thank you so much there, Sunshine After Rain. Yeah, they're probably, I mean, I think it's meant to have lots of maintenance. Who knows? But we'll leave the beam. We won't go behind it because the children are there. Good to see you, Surinammer. Welcome. Want to see the top of the building? The Jenga building, 56 Leonard Street. Right there. 56 Leonard Street. It's an apartment building. And they don't call them apartments in that building. They're called sky villas because they're so offset from the center of the building. It makes you feel like you're living in a cloud. Another building that you can't pay me to live in. But hey, if you want to super chat me an apartment in there, that'd be freaking amazing. That's my dream one day, somebody's gonna just give me an apartment. That'd be freaking amazing. Come on, YouTube, you could do it. Anyway, it is a lovely day in the neighborhood. Lovely day in the neighborhood for a drive-by. For a drive-by. It's the bitches that will get you. Good to see you there, Land Rover. Welcome. That song is stuck in my head, guys. Like Joe Pesci rapping is stuck in my head right now. You love that building in 8 Spruce? What does 8 Spruce look like? Is that ugly one with the yellow blocks on it? It looks unfinished. Is it that building? Will I be covering the St. Patrick's Day Parade? Probably not. Probably not. There'll be plenty of other people covering the St. Patrick's Day parade. I wanted to cover the St. Patrick's Day parade in Brooklyn, but that's the same day everything opens up in Coney Island. There it is, 56 Leonard. Jenga building right there. Oh, the Frank Gehry. Oh yeah, the aluminum, the curved aluminum. Yeah. You know, New York by Frank Gehry is meant to look like the billowing sails of a ship. That's what he called it as. And if anyone wants to rent me an apartment in 8 Spruce, it'll be much appreciated. I'll take a Brooklyn Bridge view. Thank you very much. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, Brooklyn has like 2 St. Patrick's Day parades, and what's going on here? We have a fashion shoot. We have a fashion shoot happening right here. We'll come around this side here. As you see, New York City, not real. It is a movie set. Movie set, photographic studio. They got police there. I wonder who that is. I don't recognize her. Anyway, we have something going on over here, guys. Good to see you, John Coppola. Welcome. Coney Island. Yes, it is, Bob. Yes, it is. All right. Oh, they're still painting it. Oh, look at this, guys. I wonder what they're doing here. There's a crowd of people here, too. So, here we are at the Ghostbusters firehouse. Oh, wow, they're still painting it. Look, they're going to cover it in ice, guys. Look at this. No doubt in time for the new movie. Let's come around here. Wow. Wow, this is exciting. Ooh, look at this. That is something else. Oh, they got icicles all over this thing here. Let's go across the street. Wow, this is cool, right, Cammy? Wow, I guess I'm gonna have to come back here. I thought today was the day they were gonna like officially have this thing. Total spoiler. Look at that. They even have the icicles up there. Good to see you, Derek. Welcome. Of course, they got the truck out in front because they probably can't utilize their main driveway. Let's see the other side here. How cool is this, guys? Wow. Well, I guess we're gonna have to come back here.
More t-shirts.
Yeah, what size you need?
2X.
Sure. Anything else?
That's it. That's 20, right?
20 cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2X?
Yeah.
Wow. You've seen it here first, guys. You've seen it here first. The Ghostbusters firehouse. I do wonder if the actors are going to be here. There's quite a few Ghostbusters fans here. LAB, good to see you. Wow. Yeah, they said yeah, the house is still selling merch. Let's come over here. Let's come to the little daylight corner here. And this is the angle. Good to see you over there, Rose. Welcome, and Cliff Padilla. Yeah, maybe they're gonna have a meet and greet. Who knows? Figments. Good to see you, Figments. But there you have it. Ghostbusters Firehouse getting all frozen out. As it gets warmer, it is going to get cold next week. I still got to, we got to find out when the shoot is. I wonder if they're doing it, tonight, or, because there is no information about this. Just the fact that they were putting this up beginning yesterday, that's all we pretty much, so look at this, they're making it look like it's frozen. How cool is this? A little bit of movie magic here at the Ghostbusters firehouse. Yeah, it's not ready yet, right? You think it's going to be ready by tonight, or who knows? Yeah, no shoot time. I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any production parking posters up anywhere. Come to think of it, you want Ghostbusters to be set in Canada? Ask the director. All right. Well, there you have it, guys. Ghostbusters Firehouse. Who knows what they're doing? Who knows what kind of cool event's going to happen, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool if they had a private screening in the firehouse? Good to see you, Colleen. Welcome. Yeah, new Ghostbusters coming out in a few days. They did that fast. You saw them putting the plastic on it, shrink wrapping the plastic. It's definitely a promo event, Cliff, but we don't know what kind of promo event it is. Aloha MXP, welcome. Good to see ya. Ghostbusters Firehouse, looking at whatever they're doing here. Covering it in ice, even though it's getting warmer. Another exciting day in New York. Let's continue on. A lot of Ghostbusters fans out here. Hey, it's outside. He can spray without a mask. It's fine. I wonder what they're gonna do. Only time will tell. Yeah, movie comes out, Marie. Movie's coming out, so I guess they're getting the Ghostbusters Firehouse ready for some kind of event. Let's continue on. We have a lot to see here in New York today. So now we're going to make our way up. I know exactly, another day on the life of the set of New York. And we're going to go up one of these streets here and make our way up to Washington Square Park. We'll be coming up next. See what it's like in Washington Square Park, no doubt. Very exciting. Full of vim and vigor and life. It's a spring day here in New York. So, got to take advantage. Evidently next week it's going to get cold again. Oh, this is where I get injured, right here. Backing into the cross. Let's see if he parks in the crosswalk. Actually, this will be fun. Let's see if he parks in the crosswalk. This is not very convenient for me. Oh yeah, he's going to park in the crosswalk. Let's see. And a fire hydrant, by the way. But the van's already in the fire hydrant, so I guess that's fine. Oh yeah, he's going to park right in the crosswalk. That's nice. So if you're in a wheelchair, you would be fucked right now. All right, so the premiere for Ghostbusters is tomorrow in New York City. The general open is on next week. Nice. He's going to look at me, so I'll look at him back. Why is he there? Oh, please, come on. What? What? Oh, he's going to get angry? You're going to get angry?
You don't have to put it in.
Well, what if somebody's in a wheelchair?
Don't worry about it.
What if somebody's in a wheelchair? What if somebody's in a wheelchair? You're blocking the ramp. Anyway, God bless him. You don't gotta put it in the video. Well, it's in the fucking video. Well, you're gonna come chase me down now? Oh God, he's so angry. Lord have mercy. This is why we need congestion pricing. This is why we need congestion pricing. I didn't know he was gonna come out with a weapon, so that's why I had to start moving. I like how he backed into it all calmly. But seriously, like these little ramps here are for people in mobility scooters and wheelchairs. If somebody needs to cross that street, they got to go out into the damn lane, around the side, and it's not safe. Good to see you, Karen. Welcome. I need a bodyguard eventually. Eventually. I hope he gets a ticket. He probably won't be there long enough to get a ticket, and he's also sitting in the car, so what will happen is the ticket agent will come around and ask him to move. I know I fucked up his parking spot, right? That might be his regular spot. Get a taser. No, I'm not gonna get a taser. Boy, if I was on a bicycle. All right, let's go up West Broadway today. Let's do a West Broadway. Didn't have Jersey plates, which I was kind of surprised about. Did not have Jersey plates. As we're on Canal Street, that is recently milled. So it's a pain in the ass to drive and ride a bike on this street right now. It's like off-roading. Reza Jafari, welcome. Whenever there's no lines in this street, the street is just so chaotic. Was it hilarious? He sounded very entitled. Yeah, because I don't have to show it on the video. I don't have to show it, he said. I don't have to show it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Light solid red. How many people are going to run this red light? This guy here just blatantly just ran the red light. All these guys are running the red light. Is this a half light? Is this a half light or is this a full light? Yeah, this is a full light. There's a lot of cars running that red light right there. Good to see you, Arjan. Welcome. Well, Cliff, they have cleared out the knockoff handbag sellers. So. They've cleared out the knockoff handbag sellers because of that Instagram experience place, that Inter place. But oh, thank you so much. And Mary McHugh with a $10 super chat. Mary McHugh, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club 2 times today. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $10 super chat. Mary, much appreciated. So Neville asks, what happened to the street? They milled it, as it's called. So they shaved off, if you will, the top layer of the street so they can repave it. So Canal Street's probably going to get repaved tonight or tomorrow in the early morning or overnight. Good to see you. There are photos from around New York. Welcome. That's Lashia's peach stuff from Sheepshead Bay. Ah. All right, what are we at? I don't even know what street we're on. Grand Street. Let's go get cannolis at Ferrara on Grand Street. We're going to continue to make our way north. You know, it's a nice weather day. I forgot, usually on nice weather days, motorists here in Manhattan especially are like extra aggressive. Yeah, sometimes they leave the road milled for like a week or two. Am I going to stream the half marathon? Somebody asked me that yesterday. Probably not. Probably not. I have to work Saturday morning, so probably won't cover the half marathon. Probably do something else. I gotta redo my bike tour route for Saturday morning because of the New York half marathon. Good to see you, Deborah. Welcome. Oh, is it Sunday morning? I thought it was Saturday morning. They're doing the half marathon. Oh, that's right. Saturday they're going to do the St. Patrick's Parade, St. Patrick's Day Parade. And then on Sunday they're going to do the half marathon. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not though. As we cross the Broome streets. So make our way up the very fashionable West Broadway. What's the temperature today? Derek, nice and warm. It's like 69, 68 degrees. Low humidity, a little bit of a breeze. I may dare say it's Goldilocks weather. I may dare say it's Goldilocks weather. Not too hot, not too cold, but just right. Good weather to get your steps in. Do they have a 1/8 marathon? I don't think so, MXP. I don't think so. Influencer in the wild. All for the TikTok. All for the TikTok. W2, good to see you. Coming here to get away from the idiocy of life. I appreciate that, W2. Good to see you. Yeah, they got the St. Patrick's Day Parade. I think they're going to do the St. Patrick's Day Parade on Saturday because of the half marathon on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. W2, it is beautiful out. I have a feeling when we get to Washington Square Park, it's going to be like really nice. Be a lot of people out. And the same thing goes for Madison Square. We'll pass through Madison Square Park today also. It's fun seeing all these Instagram posts about the Empire State Building being blocked by that new building on Fifth Avenue. Did you come here for the idiocy of life? I appreciate that. Ah, I like this. Artists selling their wares on the street here. I like that. Good to see you, Bat Lady. Welcome. I know I got the Glasgow lads are back. Got the Glasgow lads. I appreciate that. Yes, yeah. The St. Patrick's Parade is on Saturday. Welcome to the stunning doll circle, the sign said. Good to see you, CM. A great day for a stroll. I know the building is getting a lot of attention now because now everyone's realizing what the hell happened to the view. Good to see you, Bat Lady. Welcome. You know what happened? Like, people who don't live here, they want to get that Fifth Avenue shot. And especially with that mural, there's that Ladies Mile mural at like 26th Street. And it totally just, it kills the shot. So people are realizing when they're gonna go get the picture that, hey, it looks different. Now, I like the argument that some people are making that New York City is not a museum. You know, there is things that are gonna change, but they could have done that building a lot more tastefully and not blocked the view. They could have got the same square footage a different way, but they chose not to. I love you so fucking much. I love you so fucking much. Yeah, they woke up, it was too late. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things that just kind of happens.
Hey, supermodel.
Well, Cliff, you know, it was zoning changes that allowed that building to happen. So zoning changes and also different ways buildings are able to acquire their air rights. That has also slightly changed and been modified recently. So, and that's a de Blasio fuck up. So blame de Blasio for that one. That building happened on his watch. And who knows what's going to happen to the Leaning Tower of Lower Manhattan. Two buildings that shouldn't be up. They have something in common. They're both really narrow and tall residential buildings. And there's something like 32 apartments, 35 apartments in that whole building on Fifth Avenue. Something stupid like that. A lot of influencers here on West Broadway today. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That one building has a great view of whether it be the Flatiron or Empire State Building. Yeah, that's the one, I guess, positive, I guess, for the 35 apartments that are occupied there. All right, we're gonna wait for the light here at Houston Streets. We've made it to Houston, making good time. Tell you what, making good time. This is where West Broadway becomes LaGuardia Place. And we'll take LaGuardia up into the park, up into Washington Square Park, coming up next. Broadway right over there. Just a little bit. Worse than Beam and Dinkins. Maybe. You know, they've all done good and bad things, John, but I don't think Abe Bean was that bad because he was kind of given that situation. I mean, he didn't make it better, but... And Dinkins, I don't know, some of Dinkins' decisions that he made in his tenure, I've really come to question years later. Especially his love affair with tennis. It was just, anyway. Good to see a rendezvous in New York. Trudy. Good to see you, Trudy. Bienvenue. Impatiently waiting to cross Houston Street here. Dinkins and his obsession with tennis was just like, it was disturbing. I think he gave the U.S. Tennis Center a little bit too much space in Flushing Meadow. Yes, indeed, Beach Bum. How cool was that? We got to see it all decked out for the movie, or getting all decked out for the movie. It's pretty cool. Call him to play. There you go. There you go, Cliff. All right. He was good to the unions. Yeah, he was, you know, he was good to I know he was good to my father and my mom's union that they were part of. So I know he was good to the unions. Again, all New York City mayors have positives and negatives. There is worse than de Blasio. Was de Blasio perfect? Absolutely not. Doing great. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, June. Yeah, June. They want to start congestion pricing in June. I think congestion pricing should work like this. If the license plate resides within the 5 boroughs, you don't pay, because we pay a lot in property tax here in the 5 boroughs. So I think people who live within the 5 boroughs, especially from places like Eastern Queens and Staten Island, they should get, you know, they shouldn't have to pay the congestion charge because they're kind of stuck. Some people are stuck in their scenarios. Now, people from Jersey, Nassau, Suffolk County, Rockland County, Orange County, you know, all up there, upstate New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, those people need to fucking pay. Those are the people that need to pay. Because in a lot of instances, they have options and they choose not to really use them. So, and if we invest more into ferries and stuff like that, it'll be a lot better. Yeah, no, John, I think people who live in the 5 boroughs shouldn't have to pay because we pay too much in property tax as is anyway. Remember that the city dwellers pick up the slack for the people living in the suburbs. So I think it should be turned around the other way. Yeah, all the counties upstate, W2. All the counties upstate. All the counties upstate. If you live within the 5 boroughs, you don't pay the congestion charge. If you live outside the 5 boroughs, you have to pay the congestion charge. There's Mayor LaGuardia. I would love to meet Mayor LaGuardia once in my life. He's always just hanging out right here. As we continue on, making good time here, so I want to keep making this good time here. We're approaching the hour mark, and this is where I wanted to be when I was planning out this walk, this route today. So we're right on time. I know I could walk the New York City Marathon in like 5.5 hours. Did you meet his airport? Did you meet his new airport? His new airport is one of the best in the country. Went from worst to the best. Yeah, upstate, yeah. 80% of the people who work within, who live within the 5 boroughs work within the 5 boroughs. Now we are an economic engine, so there is a lot of people from the outside counties that travel in, but a lot of these people have options, whether it be ferries or New Jersey Transit trains and Metro North Rail and Long Island Railroad. Yeah, to give all the money to the MTA is kind of, the MTA is shady just to begin with anyway. I mean, all their charters when they were first formed were shady. It's a real estate scheme. That's really all it is. As we approach Washington Square Park. Yeah, I know you can tell me stories. New Jersey Transit's probably gonna raise fares. Everything's raising fares. The city, we already have our raises already, so we're already paying more for the subway and all that. To suck it up. All right, kids. Well, Washington Square Park, let's see what it's like in the park. You know, I wouldn't say it's common to have people who live in New York City and commute into Connecticut, New Jersey, and the other counties. I think it's more the other way around. There are people, not saying that people don't do that, but a lot of people who do the reverse commute are usually in like the fringes of the city, so they're in areas where there's no subway access. So like Eastern Queens, there's a lot of people that live in Eastern Queens and they work out in Nassau County and whatnot. But I wouldn't say it's common. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Trudy. You're part of the Fair is Fair program. Nice. Oh, we got a guy balancing he's balancing a broom. Let's see this nonsense. Now, this is an Instagrammer's dream here in the park today. Let's see this guy balance the... Is he doing it's a conceptual art piece or something like that? Ah, jumping out here. A lot of weed dealers. People even selling jeans and stuff. Wow. Got him yesterday. They're jumping over here today. A lot of weed dealers, got some candle dealers here, some people selling art, poetry. The pigeon guy is doing his pigeon thing. Wow. Wow. See, it's like a movie set today. I want to see him balance it on his head too, but he's probably going to require a tip. Oh, the lady doing her dancing, painting. Everybody's out today. Ooh, and it's in the dancing spot. Yay, New York, baby. Yay, Washington Square Park. Well, the park is looking fantastic. I can confidently say the park is a popular spot today. Let's continue up 5th Avenue now. We got a long way to go. I want to go all the way up to 85th Street today. So. We need a snowstorm. There could still be a snowstorm. Remember, we could get snowstorms in April. And next week, it's going to get cold. So we got to enjoy this warm weather now, because next week it's going to get back down into the lower 50s, upper 40s. Yeah, no, Kelsey. Yeah, wherever you look, there's always something to see. A lot of photographers out. Good light today. Good light on everything today. So a photographer's dream here in New York City today. Good thing I had my little Sicilian slice. Could burn that off. Then by the time I get home, I'll be starving. Still cold and overcast out there in the United Kingdom? Yeah. That's how it usually is in springtime, I've heard. Cloudy and drizzly and rainy and kind of chilly and cold. Raw, if you will. This is H Street, by the way. Positively H Street. Right there. Yeah, luckily next week we'll still have later sunset. Yeah, we get later sunsets. We don't get a 7 o'clock sunset until September. So that's right, always something to see in New York. Always. And recently, what was it? A couple of days ago was the anniversary of the blizzard, the Great Blizzard of 1888. And that was the blizzard that paralyzed New York City. We evidently got like 22 inches of snow in like 15 hours. And the overhead telephone and power lines all collapsed all around the city because it was kind of unregulated. And because of that snowstorm in 1888, we now have most of our utilities underground. All the trees are popping. All the trees are popping. Look at this. Yes. All right. Yeah, that blizzard, the drifts were insane. The drifts were what, like 3 stories tall, from what I remember reading about. Yeah, the subways too. Yeah, all put underground. Yeah, the overhead trains. Oh Also had some major issues. Oh, I didn't have the exposure set correctly. Sorry about that, guys. Don't you love those pink blossoms? Me too. Yeah, Trudy, gotta get out. The trees are beginning to blossom. It's time. Yeah, daffodil's gonna be blossoming soon. There were some purple flowers sprouting up in Central Park, I noticed yesterday. Little purple flowers. I gotta get up on my arbory and learn about plants for this time of year. I know I can make a killing doing tours for, oh yeah, those are the crocuses. That's right, Susan. The crocuses. I read that somewhere. I think it was probably the Central Park Twitter feed. Yeah, Brooklyn Botanical Garden, their cherry blossom watch page went live yesterday. So checking in on that literally every day now. And we're definitely going to be going up there in the coming weeks. There you go, the Great Blizzard of 1888, also known as the Great White Hurricane. Oh, what would I give to be in the city for that? That'd be a good live stream right there. Okay, what are we on here? We're on East 12th Street, and that new building is beginning to ruin the view of the Empire State Building. Look at this, guys. Look at that new ugly building. It's right next to the Empire State Building. This is probably one of the most iconic views in the whole city. That one building just killing it. Wow. Used to get that perfect view with all the old walk-up buildings or all those shorter commercial buildings right there. Providing a lovely vista right there, but now completely ruined by just one building. What a shame. What a shame. Well, that was the zoning commission, and then it was signed off by Mayor de Blasio. They found a weird confluence to how to stack up their air rights, and
It was like 2.
really kills the view. Yeah, why did they allow it? Follow the cash. That's a good answer. Yeah, follow the cash. You know who would know about that? Cash Jordan. Dear Cash Jordan, can we get away from negative topics and get back to real estate? It'll be fantastic. Find out how that building got built, Cash. Did anyone die in that blizzard? Yeah, Neville, people did die in that blizzard. People did die in the Great Blizzard of 1888. What was that? I think it's like 14 people. He should. John Lord, he should. He should.
I want to get a leather jacket like that.
You like his negative videos? I mean, at least they're like, you know, at least he mentions the topic that the title of the video is at least. So I can't fault him for that. But I hate the AI generated thumbnails. There you go, over 400, bloody hell. 400 fatalities. That's craziness. It's an apartment building, Bat Lady. It's an apartment building with just, I believe, 35 or 32 apartments in the whole building. So it's not like a lot of people are going to be moving in there. It is really killing the view, though. Yeah, he's a New Yorker with New Yorker views. All right. Another car impeding our walking here. This is fun. Is this going to be the mantra of the video today? Just people like in weird spots with their car. Oh, she's just like on her phone. That's nice. Just, I'm just gonna text here. I blocked the whole sidewalk. What are we on now? 15th. 15th, still going north along 5th Avenue. If you're following along on a map. All right. I think the Jenga building is almost full. I think the Jenga building is like 80% occupied, if I'm not mistaken. The Jenga building's one of those few luxury, new luxury apartments that's actually occupied. I think the big unoccupied ones are over in Billionaires Row. A lot of those buildings are like only 30% occupied. Wow. As that new residential building really kills the view. This is like the iconic view right here. This is where you really get, there are a lot of photos taken on these next few blocks here because the sidewalk is just so wide and you get this nice little sprinkling of different architecture types, different building types all along here. And then you would have the Empire right there. That one building really does kill it. Seventeenth Streets.
They were a little like.
All right, where the hell are we? 18th now. 18th and 5th. Still going north. Madison Square Park Flatiron Building coming up next. Whack. Keep on hitting that thumbs up. Let's get to 300 likes. That'll be fantastic. 300 likes will be much appreciated. Yeah, that one building just destroys the view. Look at that. As we get closer and closer to 23rd Street, it seems like that new building is more and more increasingly blocking the Empire State Building view. It's a shame now that you can't visit the Empire State Building and you had that iconic view south and you could see the Flatiron Building. You lose that now. So you can't see the Flatiron anymore from Empire, which is like, that's the whole point of the damn thing. Yeah, into the lens, it does suck. I mean, I know for a fact there were some very famous photos taken right here along this sidewalk. And it was just because Empire was right there, and you no longer get that. And it's probably a very unimaginative building too. It's probably just going to be another glass tower that's going to kill birds. So. But hey, some guys will have a great view of the Flatiron Building and the Empire State Building. If I'm not mistaken, all the apartments do have north-south views. So you'll get both. You'll get the both view there. Wow. But at least people are now noticing it, which is a good thing. Because now people always hate. People have a new building now to hate here in New York. I think this building will be hated on more than the cheese grater building downtown. I remember when the cheese grater building got first built, the skyline used to have like a flow, and when you looked at it from Manhattan Bridge, it was just like so photogenically, visually pleasing. That cheese grater building just took that all away. So you get that here with this thing. Oh my God, W2. What would I give to live stream 100 years ago? What would I give to live stream in 1980? You know? But there's a time and place for everything. Da 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 da. Always scaffolding, Derek. We're now walking, this is the Flatiron Building right here, and I don't think it has an owner currently. I think the person who won the bid to buy the building, he disappeared. So I think this building is still technically just like nobody officially owns it. Okay, our giveaway is still here. So let's try to get something for free. And maybe do the photo op. Wow, it really does kill the view. Yeah, look at that. Just gone forever. Gone forever. Oh yeah, scaffolding is great when it rains, absolutely. Scaffolding is fantastic when it rains. Let's see, are they still giving away Bath and Body Works stuff? Let's see. Or did we miss it and everyone got the soap already? Brad, good to see you. Oh, I can smell the soap. Oh, all right, that's a cool photo op. I guess it smells like soap. It smells like a candle or something like that. Now you see, look, that new building kills the shot. You see, you have You don't have the Empire State Building in it anymore. What a shame. Good to see you, Brad from Pennsylvania. Oh, they're still giving. Oh, they're giving away. They're still giving away the soap. Just a little thing of soap. I don't need it. I'm not gonna go crazy for soap. But you see, look, the whole reason to have that view is to have the Empire State Building there in the background. And you don't have that there. Now you have this new ugly building. Good to see you there, Deb. Welcome. Oh. Let's take a little dip into Madison Square Park. Let's take a little dip into Madison Square Park, see the weird art in there, and continue north. Good to see you, Fawn Marie. Welcome. Another beautiful day in the city. Day 2 of 3. Tomorrow's going to be probably the warmest day in the city. And then Friday, from what I hear, it's going to rain. Madison Square Park, site of the original Madison Square Garden. Oh, what would I give to see the original? Some nice weird art. Some lovely weird art. Party in the park. What is this? Party in the park, honoring Danny Meyer. Oh, okay. Okay. There's your Flatiron Building. Another very iconic view. Luckily, you can't ruin that view because you got to build something in the street. You love art? Jackson Pablo. Is this Jackson Pablo Vincent who did this, Brad? Let's see. I forget. There's so much weird art in the city, I forget who makes it all. Keep on hitting that thumbs up. Can we get to 300 likes? That'll be fantastic. Let's see who did this art. So Ana Maria Hernando did this. This is called Let the Sky Know. And it's going to be here until the 17th, so the last few days of this is upon us. Let's get this view here. Let's get this very iconic with the trees beginning to bud. Oh yeah, there's the view. Look at that, there it is. Take the soap. I'm already too far away from it. So there it is. There's your Flatiron Building with the weird art. Let the Sky Know by Maria Hernando. Me too, I love this time of year, Into the Lens. Autumn and spring are my favorite seasons of the year. But especially spring, the fun part about spring is that everyone comes out of their caves and everyone begins to come together and everyone has a little bit more pep in their step. You know, summer sometimes could be oppressive and winter, of course, could be freezing. But, yeah, spring and autumn. Humans react in fun ways during spring and autumn. Back onto Fifth Avenue. And this is the view that we're going to see with the mural. We have the Ladies Mile mural coming up. And when they made this mural, the whole idea behind the mural is to get the Empire State Building right there in the background of it. That's gone forever. See, you're supposed to get the mural here. See how the mural would have been lined up perfectly with the Empire State Building. Look, we got two cars here. This is I guess this is the mantra today. It's going to be drivers doing really stupid shit. This is why it's not fun to drive an automobile here in New York City. But see, just ruins that view. There are a couple of great pictures of that mural when it was like brand new from this perspective here, and yeah, you don't get it anymore. And when the building is complete, it's going to just look really boring, and you know, it's another glass tower. Nothing really special about it. Maybe it'll have a cool reflection in the sun, but other than that, maybe that's probably going to be it for its charm. You think it's fun? Yeah. I mean, it might look cool with like the sun reflecting off it, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Good to see you there, the 80s. Welcome. Ah, the Museum of Sex is right here. Super Fun Land is still open. You could play carnival games that remind you of sex. And look, finally, Empire State Building now comes into view again. You see the dichotomy here of the new and the old. See, so you got to get all the way up to 28th Street to get a nice vista. You got to be basically right underneath it. Look at that thing. That thing is tall, man. And only 35 apartments, 32 apartments in the whole damn thing. In the whole lot. Manzir, good to see you. As we continue on, we'll get right underneath Empire State Building coming up next. And we're going into Midtown coming up next. Yeah. Gotta go, baby. Gotta make that money. Gotta get grooving, gotta get moving. Yeah, each apartment is like 2 floors, if not 3. And I believe it has 20-foot high ceilings. So you get really, 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 like really huge floor-to-ceiling windows. We're gonna look at it from the entrance side, which is right over here. Here it is. So we're on 29th Street. That thing is tall, man. And it's just offset a little bit from 5th Avenue. So your entrance is really going to be on 29th Street, but I believe the address is 5th Avenue. I think it's like 270 5th Avenue, 260 or 270 5th Avenue. And there's your Empire view. At least we have it from 29th Street on. You'll have to use got to use a fisheye lens now if you want a nice picture here from the street. Yeah, no offices, no shops, just 32, 35 apartments. That is it. But hey, at least the building isn't leaning. At least the building isn't leaning. There you go. No building can block the Mount Royal view in Montreal. Yeah. We want to get landmarked views here in New York City, but that law seems to be very hard to even get a study on. New York doesn't need more luxury apartments. No, we don't. Yeah, we don't need offices or shops. We have plenty of empty shops that should be and could be filled. The hustle and the bustle of 30th Street, and we're officially now in Midtown as we cross 30th. How many floors? I think it's like 38, 48 floors, something like that. I forget.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right? I know a shit ton of, we got a shitload of vacant retail. Yeah, we gotta get that retail space filled up. And then the commercial spaces can be converted into residential. We're doing that a lot with buildings as of late. But here we are. We're in Midtown. Great view of Empire. Empire State Building. The building that started it all, the world's most famous skyscraper. When people think of a skyscraper, they think of the Empire State Building. Am I right? If it leans, I should get a free pizza? Yes. I agree. Anyway, getting into the meat and potatoes now of Midtown. Coming up in a few blocks, we're going to be passing by the office where the Gilgo Beach murderer, the suspect, where his office used to be. That's coming up in a few blocks. All right. Sorry, Brad. Getting a little numb there. Dumb comments and dumb questions get you blocked. And that block brought to us by Schaefer Beer and the all-new Pop Top. For people who like having fun, for people who like having more than one. Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Did you know a victim of that murder, W2? I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I smell something barbecue that smells good. Iconic view indeed. Do you remember when they put the inflatable King Kong on it? That was for the King Kong movie in 78, right? Or 79? Yes, indeed. Relevancy is the word of the day, kids. Always. "34th Streets. Macy's is a block to our left-hand side. How's the weather? Goldilocks weather. It's beautiful. Beautiful out here today. Yeah, Koreatown barbecue is yummy. Look at that shot. Wow. There it is. Iconic Empire State Building view right there. As everyone hurries. Rush hour starting up right now. So everyone's... Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Wow, that's cool. Wow. All the Ghostbusters ads are coming out, I guess. Did you see them filmed at the World Trade Center? Oh my goodness. Had a large King Kong in the middle of the Austin Tobin Plaza. I saw a great home video here on YouTube of the World Trade Center in I think it was 1997 or 1998. And it was just like random footage, but it brought back so many memories for me. That gigantic oversized plaza was amazing. Literally probably one of the only features I actually liked about World Trade Center was all the shadow it had. Good to see you, Edgar Gonzalez. Welcome. Making our way past 35th Street. And coming up on this block to our right-hand side is going to be the office where the suspect of the Gilgo Beach murders, where he used to have his office. And I forgot the guy's name already. But it's one of these, I think it's like this 385 one here. I think this was the building his office was in. Right here. This was the Gilgo Beach murderer's office. They don't say his name, W2. No need to say his name. Bat Lady, you're an old bird seeing that World Trade Center go up. My mom got to see it go up too. Oh my God, the farmer's market. We still kind of have the farmer's market. That's over in Zuccotti Park. Shaky day of a beautiful spring day. A very nice afternoon, Edgar, absolutely. Making our way up to Central Park now. And then we're going to make our way into the park. And if everything goes according to plan, we're going to go all the way up to around 80th Street, 85th Street. Ooh. John Laur's going to head onto the 69th Street Pier to catch sunset. John Laur, enjoy sunset. We should have a good one this evening. "95 minutes into the stream, and we are still humming along up to Central Park, where it's no doubt going to be jumping with joy and humanity. Look at that. Yes, 58 degrees in New Hampshire. Enjoy it, Shaky Dave, enjoy it. Yeah, I think we're going to get, well, it's going to be no clouds, John. I don't think we're going to get any clouds for our sunset today. We usually want clouds to sometimes enhance it. I don't think we're going to get that today. As everyone tries. He looks like the guy who blocked the intersection all those blocks ago. It's like the angry old man. I gotta go, baby. I'm going to run through that red light. Ooh, we got a Coast Guard helicopter coming straight down 5th. It's all done up in red. Coast Guard helicopter, everybody. Oh, that was interesting. I can honestly say after September 11th, I always look up whenever I see a unique air pattern. All right, 38th Street, the New York Public Library, the main branch coming up next. Another filming location for the original Ghostbusters movie. And I think the new one too, if I'm not mistaken. Prophet Joshua Wall, blessings to you too. Welcome to the show. W2 has some grass to mow. Go mow the grass there, W2. I'll see you later. Wah, wah. Wah, wah. Okay, they really want to go through that intersection bad. You see, always on a spring day, the names of the lions are, what's it, Patience and Constance? If I'm not mistaken. Patience and Constance are the lions. If I'm not mistaken. The hustle and the bustle of Midtown, right at the beginning of rush hours.
They never restarted it.
Patience and thank you so much there, Cami G. Patience and fortitude. That sounds correct. Patience and fortitude are our lions. Thank you so much there, Cami. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Angela Mendez, good to see you, Angela, welcome. Yes, patience and fortitude are our lions. Thank you so much, guys. Even I can't remember everything, and I'm a licensed New York City tour guide. Even I can't remember everything. But here it is. The bus giving us the grand reveal of the main branch of the New York Public Library. A lovely building to get lost in on a rainy day. They got some cool artifacts of the city on display inside of there. But it is just in general, just a nice building to wander around in. Yeah, people really, yeah, we got the hustle and the bustle today, baby. This is a day. Everybody is out. Everybody is out and about. Yeah. And Shaky Dave with a $5 super chat. Shaky Dave, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $5 super chat for patience and fortitude. I guess we're gonna have to cross the street and take a look at them, so let's do it. Let's say hello to our friends across the yonders. And I guess the Showtime dancers have made their way to the New York Public Library. Good to see you there, Neil, out there in Flatbush. Patience and fortitude, yes indeed. Here at the New York Public Library main branch. Look at the traffic. Traffic is churning. All right. I'm surprised the Showtime dancers are able to set up right here. But then again, maybe Times Square is all occupied. All right. And I believe it's patience is on the left and fortitude's on the right. So here's patience. And then fortitude is down by the Showtime dancers. Let's try to get around this. Oh, they're gonna line everyone up, extract the money from the humans, and then they gotta whittle the number down to 4 people, and then they'll jump over them. And da 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 da. There's Fortitude. For, see, they like the music. They like the music. Wow, I am surprised they're able to set up here, but they are. Yeah, they're just gonna jump over them, yay. Don't you love the Lions? Me too. I love the Lions. Yay. Anyway, you don't have to wait 5 hours to see the show, kids. Good to see you, Steelhard. Welcome. See, they like the music. They reacted to the music. And now everyone's like, oh my God, this is so New York. This is so New York. Deb, I don't think they're allowed there. They're on the steps. I know that you're not allowed to have any, what's it called? Any kind of amplified devices right there on the steps. Wow, look at this. Look at this cavalcade of humanity coming across 42nd Street, ladies and gentlemen. The Deuce. The Deuce is right here. There's so much for quiet contemplation at a library. It is love. Yeah, Patience and Fortitude were definitely rolling their eyes. Yes, indeed. Anyway, wow, it's jumping up here. It's jumping! Wow, spring has reared its head. All the art being for sale, and some of the knockoff handbag sellers that have been forced from Canal Street have all made their way up here to Fifth Avenue. All right, 43rd Street's rush hour has begun. So it is cooking, rocking and rolling. We gotta cross the street over here because we got a construction site here. And they are coming out of the woodwork. Yes, indeed. Needless to say, it's not fun to drive a car here in New York. Grand Central Station right down the way. Sal Muscles, probably because of the half marathon. The half marathon's on Sunday. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the half marathon runs along either 6th Avenue or 5th Avenue. So to have those two events go on at the same time here in Midtown is not going to exactly be safe. So yeah, that's why I think the St. Patrick's Day Parade is on Saturday this year.
Right, how it's like marching.
Appreciating the walk, thank you so much. What did you say there? Oh, you got it there, W2. Is the half marathon going to be on TV? Probably. Sam Malouf, enjoy the weather yourself. Good to see you. Got a little bit of a crappy signal area here. The chief trash officer. That's cool. What, are we gonna have some cool? Are we gonna have some cool Oscar the Grouch pop up here? I hope we have an Oscar the Grouch pop up. That'd be really cool. I have always liked Oscar the Grouch too. Good to see you, Leela. Welcome. We're having a bit of a rough signal patch here, so please be patient. There we go. Back above minimums. There we go. John C., good to see you. Oscar is awesome. Oscar the Grouch is a real New Yorker. All right. In the heart of Midtown, 46th Street, coming up next. Next, we're going to head up Central Park, make our way into the park, and make our way up to the bridle path on the west side of the park, over at around 85th Street. That is what we're doing coming up next. Ooh. We got the arepa truck, the Colombian arepa truck. Haven't had an arepa in a hot minute. Really jumping out here right now. Everybody's out. We got a $10 PayPal. Didn't catch your name there. But if you just gave me to whoever has just given me a $10 PayPal, much appreciated. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's live stream with a big $10 PayPal. Much appreciated. As we continue to make our way north along Fifth Avenue, we're coming up to where we ended the live stream yesterday, and that was over by Rockefeller Center. As the children play violins in the streets. I like how life goes on around them. Life just goes on. And look, oh, the Chase Manhattan's new tower right there. Yeah, it is jumping out, Jay. It's jump. You see how it's changed? Like downtown was a lot more chill, and then we've been slowly building it up. So good to see you there, Lois. Lois Campbell, welcome. Let the children play violins and cellos in the street, right? Why not? Why not? Does sound cool. To hear their music reverberate off the buildings is pretty cool. And Lois Campbell with a $5 super chat. Lois, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. The big $5 super chat. Good to see you, Mark Freeman. Welcome. You're not late, Mark. You're right on time. We're going to go to Central Park now. I want to go all the way up to 85th. I want to go all the way up to 85th today. From the World Trade Center up to 85th. That is what we're doing today. I think we're doing like 6-7 miles today. So we're doing a nice long walk. Around 14,000 steps today. Yesterday we did around, what was it? Yesterday we did around 13,000. But then I also worked yesterday, so in total yesterday I did 21,000 steps when you count work in the morning. So I got some time on my feet yesterday. Any stoop kids here? I used to play on a stoop back in the day. Saks Fifth Avenue, right here. Ooh, somebody's playing truck sim. Let's see how close he gets. This is legit dangerous if you're not paying attention. And that's a 53-foot trailer. That is illegal here in the 5 boroughs. 48 feet is the maximum for trailers here in New York City. Did I smell the CBD in the streets? No, Rob. It's. I don't smell much weed. I mean, the most weed I smelled on today's walk so far has been down in Washington Square Park. There, people were smoking the sensimilla. It's all good, Lois. Lois, I cherish every single dollar. All you guys donate, so it's much appreciated. Yeah, it is huge. 53-foot trailers are long. But, you know, there's no real enforcement of 53-foot long trailers, so. But the reason why they're illegal is because some of the intersections they really can't navigate. It's jumping out here. Wow. What happened to the Christmas tree? Here's Rockefeller Center. Why people drive in the city, yeah. I don't know why people drive in the city. Man, if I was driving a rickshaw still, I'd be playing that Wise Guy song by Joe Pesci. By the way, that's today's background music to the live stream. Joe Pesci's Wise Guy rap from 1998. St. Patrick's Cathedral, right here, and we're gonna walk in this little narrow ass spot right here, just to avoid all the humans. St. Patrick's Cathedral, gonna be the hub of activity on Saturday for the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Oh, did you listen to the recommendation there, JR? I know, there goes the trucker boycott, right? I heard the guy who proposed it already gave up and like, he's working again. Listen, if they don't want to make money, that's fine. I haven't noticed the price of stuff go up dramatically. I mean, stuff is expensive in general, but that's been happening over the last like 3-4 years, ever since COVID. So, it's all a rouge, people. Rockefeller Center, right here. Got a lot of barricades up, I guess, for the parade, and I think the marathon also comes up Fifth Avenue. Okay, let's wait for this light here. Not jumping out here. It is jumping. Janine, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to the hustle and the bustle of Fifth Avenue.
Maybe I'll see you later. All right. Yeah.
All right, 52nd Street. The House of Cartier is right here. It is a hub of activity today over here in Midtown. He backed out once he knew he was fired, yes. Yes, indeed. A marvelous spring day. I have a feeling Central Park's going to be just nuts. Why are they waving their flashlights? Is this the new tourist thing? They're going to wave their flashlights? There was an MP3 experiment once over the Brooklyn Bridge where they wanted everyone to bring phones and cameras with a flash on them, and then everyone flashed their lights, their camera lights, on the bridge at the same time, and it looked really cool. That's what it's kind of reminding me of. Yeah, it is peak rush hour right now. I kind of want to avoid it, so that's why I'm going to stay on the stream a little bit longer here. New insane persons thing. Yes. Yes.
Wait, sorry, 1 second.
Yay, traffic. 53rd Street, people. Ooh, this art piece is still here. The temporary art piece for the empty windows for Christmas time. Those little cabs have been in that window now for like, I think, 7-8 years. We're almost done with our Fifth Avenue portion. Almost done with our Fifth Avenue portion of the walk. And then we're going to head into Central Park. We have some blossoming trees up along the bridle path as the traffic comes hurtling down 54th Street. Yes, well, there used to be a wine cellar in the anchorages to the Brooklyn Bridge. I think on both sides, the Manhattan and the Brooklyn side, used to have wine cellars in there back in the day. Somebody was gonna hit by a car. Yeah, back in the day there was and I think they want to bring that back, if I'm not mistaken. They want to build some kind of retail kind of spot there, kind of shops. And it's because the anchorages to the Brooklyn Bridge, they're large caverns, you know, and so they always say a constant temperature of like 60-something degrees. Perfect to store wine in. So we're on East 55th now, East 55th and 5th Avenue. So remember that we're east of Broadway right now. So that's where we're in the East Streets. Broadway's to our left-hand side. By a couple of blocks at this point now. Really, it was a wine cellar up into the 70s? What? Crazy. Is Riverside Cafe still here? I think it is. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. All right. 56th Street. Coming up to 56th Street and 5th. Tiffany and Company coming up next. Let's see the guy who wears the mask is out here. He is! Yay! Oh, we could get some content. God bless this guy. This guy is nuts. Yeah, see, he's directing traffic, people. Look at that, he's doing a damn good job. Look at that. He's really moving and grooving. Doing it rush hour style. I'm almost convinced that Trump pays him to do this. We've seen him take off his mask in the past. Good to see you there, boss. Out there in Dundee. Ooh, people are calling out his name. People are calling out his name like he's real. Here, wow, look at the crowd here that he has created. This is incredible. Look, this is so funny. Gotta look good. Gotta look good, yes. This is like the greatest performance art. Oh, yeah. You gotta back up into him. Oh. Give him some money. This is a New York moment if I ever saw one. There we go. God, he got all the energy in the world. He must have had his Wheaties this morning. But he's really out in the street. God bless this guy. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's his street. You know how much it is to pay property tax? Exactly. If a cab hits him, he becomes a millionaire. So he could pay off all the debts. Wow, look at the crowd here. Look at the crowd of people watching this. It's incredible. Well, at least he makes Trump Tower a lot more palatable by doing this all the damn time. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's really like energetic. Oh shit. You got eyes on him. You got eyes on the traffic. There you go. There you go. In front of the house where the lies are perpetrated, and one of the 7 circles of hell, ladies and gentlemen. What happened to Bonwit Twiller? It's a shame they put up this new building. I used to love shopping at Bonwit Twiller. Anyway, at least I could still go to Tiffany. Tiffany has a really cool art exhibit up on the 8th floor that you could visit for free. Go to Tiffany's website to grab yourself a ticket. Videotaping of anything is not allowed, but you can take still pictures. Me and the Duchess went to Tiffany's the other day. Yeah, the cops are watching him, it's fine. Listen, he gets hit by a cab, he gets hit by a cab, am I right? Welcome to Billionaires Row, 57th Street, ladies and gentlemen. The boxing guy used to say that. Only in New York, only in America. Oh, there's my X38 Express bus. And I said, well, bye. Back with that Tiffany, she said, I think that. I know Bonwit Twiller has been gone a long time, I know. I used to like shopping there. How dare they remove that store? That store was a staple of New York. Bonwit Twillers and all right, how many people are going to run the red light here? Let's see here. Yeah, Howard Cosell, absolutely. Absolutely, he's the greatest. As we maneuver around the express bus. We get closer and closer to Central Park, Bergdorf Goodman. We're passing right now. And Louis Vuitton. You're more than welcome, Marja. The Tiffany at the Westchester Mall does better in sales because of the Trump Tower boycott. I used to, so it wasn't a boycott, ABX girl. When Trump was president, he had a Secret Service detail, and they would always set up shop along 56th Street. So that's all the businesses along 56th Street between 5th Avenue and Broadway lost at times up to 70% of their business because nobody could like load or offload, or parking was restricted, and sometimes even pedestrians were restricted from the street. And probably the greatest example of that was Harry Winston. They were across the street from Trump Tower. They had to move a couple of blocks down because of the impact to business. I wouldn't say that Tiffany was also dramatically impacted because they're kind of on 57th Street, so they had the other side of the street to get their business from. Apple Vision Pros. Marquise, what's it say? Marquise something? Marquise Brown, I think his name is. Talking about how they're already breaking on people. I'm happy I didn't spend $3,500 on them. And I am recording this on an iPhone. Hey, you guys want to sponsor me? That'll be fantastic. I would like Apple, Nike, Levi's, Verizon, and T-Mobile to sponsor me. Anyway. Coming into Grand Army Plaza. And we're going to just take a little dabble here. The Pulitzer Fountain. And of course, the Plaza Hotel are right here. We're going to cross this street here. Yeah.
They're ganging up on you. Together. Yeah. That's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, $3,500 for a toy. Pretty much. It's like very much a novelty device. Ah, that's so much fun. Flying down Fifth Avenue on a bike on a beautiful spring day. There's nothing like that in the world. And I'm hoping to document some of that soon on a live stream. Rather get Ray-Bans, yeah. Well, the Ray-Bans Metas are kind of crappy too. That's only like a 10 megapixel camera. Casey Neistat did a video with those Ray-Bans, and the video quality on that's iPhone 4 quality. It's not the best. All right. About to enter the greatest park in the world. Central Park. We are doing it, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna get into the park. You want you want a hot dog? I just ate before I started the stream, so no hot dog today. Maybe in the future. We'll take the main drive up here because we got a long way to go in the park. We got to head all the way up to 80th Street. So we'll take the main drives here to save our feet, because we still got a good distance to go. But welcome to Central Park. It's hard to imagine, but every single inch of this landscape is man-made. None of this is real. If you want to build Central Park in your hometown, you can. The instructions are on the internet. All you need is 27,000 trees, 9,000 benches, 142 miles of drainage pipe, 3,000 plants, shrubs, and bushes. We have paved some 58 miles of pedestrian pathways. The park is 843 acres large, or 341 hectares large. Here is a rundown for Nebul of the largest parks here in New York City. As you see, Central Park comes in 5th place, just behind Flushing Meadows Corona Park. Easy peasy, yes indeed. Yes, Frederick Lahr Olmsted, Calvert Vaux. Frederick Lahr Olmsted, he's an American-born landscape architect. I have to say, he directs the trees here in the park. Calvert Vaux, he's a British-born architect. He designs a lot of the infrastructure, some of the bridges and buildings for the park. Ah, you worked at his school. That's pretty cool. DA, don't worry about that, DA. That's not relevant to the live stream. My first name is, just call me Dutch. Yeah, Flushing Meadows is pretty big, but you know, the whole thing about Flushing Meadows is that a good chunk of Flushing Meadows is a lake, is two little like lakes. So thus you can't really access it, you know, because they're lakes. Worked at a library that was a replica of Grant's tomb. That's pretty cool. We got to go up to Grant's tomb sometime soon. See what it's like up there. These are all electric vehicle charging things here. It's pretty cool. Ooh, it's nice here in the park. Getting a nice little workout here, going up a nice little hill at the moment. Of course, Manhattan derived after the Native American word, the Lenape word Mannahatta, which means land of many hills. Yeah, I want to live stream Pelham Bay Park also. I tried to live stream Pelham Bay Park a long time ago, back on Periscope days, and I remember not having a signal up there. Maybe now it'll be different. Olmsted and Vaux did do good with Central Park. Yes, they did. Central Park and, of course, Prospect Park. They did fantastic work in. Feel my calf muscles really firing up now. Coming up on my left-hand side is one of the 4 original buildings built for Central Park. It's called the Dairy, built in 1865, designed by Howard Vaux, built out of the leftover rock from the construction of Central Park. Who picks up the poo? Sanitation department. Sanitation or the parks. Let's actually walk past the dairy here because I see some nice blossoming trees over there. I see some nice blossoming trees down there. Oh, my heart is in good shape, yeah. I do bicycle tours, you know. So I'm I would consider myself fairly healthy. I'm a little overweight. I like eating bread and drinking beer. Okay. Well, let's head down to the dairy here. As we come out of the shadow of Billionaires Row, we head down into the dairy here. The dairy recently refurbished. Yeah, the dairy recently fully restored. All cleaned up, all repainted. When a dairy first opens up in the 1870s, this is a place where children were able to get cold milk and other various dairy products. Unfortunately, in the 1890s, there was a bit of a listeria scare, and they stopped selling dairy products. Today, this is the Central Park gift shop, where you could buy Central Park perfume and smell like Central Park. And the official smell of Central Park is lavender. Look at this. Oh my goodness. The trees are starting to come out. How nice is this? There's a little bit of color on the trees here. It's spring. Good to see you, Xander. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Can't wait for the warm weather to come. Well, it's coming. At least for a few days. Next week, it's going to get cold again. Next week, it's going to get cold. Imagine John and Yoko walking towards you. Yeah. When I first met Yoko Ono here in the park, I came up to her from behind.
Oh yeah.
And it was pretty cool because she was really nice. On a cold February morning, I ran into her, and we talked about we literally talked for like 20 minutes, and all we talked about was how pretty the park looked in the snow. It was a really cool moment. Ed Allen, good to see you. How do I narrate my bike tours? I stop. So we ride the bike and then we stop, and then when we stop, then that's when I tell people about what we're looking at and what's going on. That sun getting lower in the sky. Really nice. We're going to enter the mall. The only straight pathway in all of Central Park. And oh, this is like a really old thing about Central Park. So the idea was that your carriage came up here and you stepped off your carriage and you went on one of these blocks here so you didn't mess up your shoes. This is one of the last original little paving stone blocks for the carriages back in the day. Actually, I showed you guys one of those once over in Bay Ridge. There's one of those stepping off stones. How many steps today? Around 14,000. Around 14,000 today. Welcome to the Literary Walk, the southern end of the mall. Here's good old Christopher Columbus. What you're looking at here is one of the largest groves of great American elm trees outside of Washington, D.C. There's roughly 400 great American elm trees in this grove alone, and around 3,000 elm trees across Central Park. I don't know where Jim Henson's bench is, unfortunately, into the lens. I do not know where his bench is. We are now descending into the park. So on the right side, 8 lampposts. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's further up. It's by the 8th lamppost. Is it here on the mall? Are you sure it's here on the mall? We're gonna count lampposts and look for it. Because I might be learning something today. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's 4 on that side. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I got 8. I have 8 locked in. Let's see. Hopefully nobody's sitting there. Somebody might be sitting there at the Jim Henson bench. I have to start reading these off here. As we get closer to the 8th lamp here. Oh, here it is, between the 7th and 8th lamppost. Here it is, into the lens. 1,000,000 internet points to you. There it is. There is the Jim Henson bench, who loved this walk in the park. That's a good find there into the lens. That is a good find. How cool is that? So it's right next to this is the 7th lamppost from the beginning here. Wow. How cool was that? You're more than welcome into the lens. Into the lens. I did not know that. So I know a lot about the park, and now we got 2 benches to check out. We got the Tony Bennett bench, and now we got the Jim Henson bench. How cool is that, Liz? That was really excellent. That was pretty cool. Yeah, great job, guys. Esteban, good to see you. Welcome for the view. Yeah.
Won't you come me? Can we have a one-on-one, please? Let's talk about burritos.
Yeah, 1 million internet points for that one. Yeah, you had perfect timing there. Perfect timing. Making our way to the Angel of the Waters fountain. On this beautiful, now late afternoon, oh, the luckiest dog in all of New York. No leash and in Central Park. That is the luckiest dog in New York right there. That is the luckiest dog. He's just hanging out. No leash, no nothing. I love it. I love it. That dog's a happy puppy right there. I love it. He's just chilling. He's so chill, that dog. That dog enjoys a fine cognac. No, the owner was right there in front of him. He was following his master pretty closely. Oh, Central Park, you so crazy. As we come up to Bethesda Terrace, Bethesda Terrace references the 4 seasons of the year. So let's give a big shout out to the spring pillar, which is right here in front of us. So here at the top of the terrace, it's a 2-level terrace. Here at the top we have autumn and spring. And spring, this is what it's telling us. We begin the spring harvest. We get more sunlight, so we get the rooster. And then we actually see sunlight. There it is. You know it's warm when the bubble guy is out. And the bubble guy makes damn good money playing with bubbles. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, what a sunset between the trees and the shadow. By the time we get to 80th Street, it should look really, really nice. But we'll do our money shot here of Bethesda Terrace and the Angel of the Waters fountain as we cross Frederick Laura Olmsted and Calvert Vaux Way. We're roughly at 72nd Street right now. Here is the skylight for Bethesda Arcade. This is where Low-Key teleports from. And here it is. Ah, the beautiful The enchanting Angel of the Waters Fountain. The Angel of the Waters Fountain, built to commemorate the opening of the Croton Aqueduct System, the first freshwater system for the city of New York. This is the first public commission work of art for the city of New York, designed by a woman. Her name was Emma Stubbins. Of course, the fountain will be turned on in a few weeks when it gets a little bit warmer. She is made of copper, so we don't want the water to freeze inside of the statue. But it is chill here in the park right now. Great memories. Used to score loose joints there. Nice. Yeah, Stuart Little, the boat chase scene, Xander, that happens over at Conservatory Water, not that far from here. Always reminds you of Angels, play Angels in America. Yeah. Yeah, these are great spots here in the park. All right, let's head up to 80 something Street here because we're at the 2.5 hour mark. 2.5 hour mark of the video so far. Actually, we'll go down here. We'll go down the stairs today. Stunning every time, right? It's like an art piece. Always love my Angel. Just beyond the Angel, we have the lake. No special name, just called the lake. And then beyond that, of course, the Rambles. The most wooded area here in Central Park. We're gonna kind of do a little zigzag here up to the bridle path now. Kind of make this a little bit interesting. Yeah, we got the setting sun. Real pretty out here right now. Got to give a big shout out to everyone who works at the Central Park Conservancy. Those are the people who maintain the park. Only about 10% of the park's maintenance actually comes from the city of New York. And it's actually, to be more precise, the Department of Transportation basically manages the main drives of the park. Other than that, everything is done by the Central Park Conservancy. Costs around $84 million a year to maintain Central Park. And to be honest, the park has probably never looked this good in its entire history. A little over 300 horticulturists maintain the park throughout the year. And they're not volunteers, they're paid. But we do have sometimes volunteer groups come in to clean up the park. The Bow Bridge is coming up next. It is clean, right, Shaky Dave? Frederick Lahr Olmsted and Calvert Vaux would be proud. The beautiful twin towers of the San Remo apartments straight ahead. And they put the plants in the planters. This is how you know it's springtime. They got the plants in the planters on Bow Bridge. The recently cleaned up and restored Bow Bridge, might I add. Bow Bridge is popular. Bow Bridge, designed by Calvert Vaux in 1858. It is a cast iron and wood bridge. How many different movies take place here on the bridge? As that Samoyed is super, super, super aggressive. The San Remo. And then a couple of doors down, the Dakota. Look at that. Let's just take this in, guys. Let's just take this in. Very pretty view, Mary. Absolutely. So we're here just at, pretty much just at sunset now, which is pretty nice. Because by the time we get to the bridle path where the trees are blossoming, the colors should really pop. So let's do it. Well, you are here. You are here right now. You are here in person. Thanks to the power of the internet, you are here enjoying these views. Really pretty light on everything right now, and a photographer's dream out here in Central Park at the moment. Look at that beautiful bow bridge right there. The water's really high. Water got pretty high up after all the rain. There was a bit of flooding here in the park. Glad you guys are enjoying the views. We're now going to make our way up to the Jacqueline Canyon Reservoir and head over by the bridle path over there. And that's too beautiful, right? As I get to walk up the hill here, work out my calves one more time, and make my way up Cherry Hill. Another spot where the trees are going to blossom soon. And these guys are just beginning to come out. So give it another week and Cherry Hill should be blossoming lovely. The lake does have drainage control, but sometimes when it rains a lot, the drainage is just not enough. So it is all controlled, but sometimes you can get too much water in the system. Yeah, quite a hill. Cherry Hill, this is where all the wealthy people who used to own carriages, they would come up here and park their carriage before walking over to the mall. So this was like your meeting spot, was usually right here. And now we're making our way back to Frederick Lahr Olmsted Calvert Vaux Drive. Definitely a nice time to be in the park right now. What brand of shoes do I wear? I wear Nike running sneakers. And then in the wintertime when it's snowing, I wear Timberland boots. Nothing special. And I do not wear New Balance. Who paid for the park to be built? It was mostly the city of New York, but then also some of the wealthier people in the city donated money for the creation of the park. But it was mostly city funds. The city of New York did fund most of the park, initially. Now you have the Central Park Conservancy, and they raise money for the park every year for its maintenance, and they also maintain the park. So Parks Department really doesn't do much of anything here in the park other than maybe enforce some various ordinances and whatnot. Go make some dinner there, Bat Lady. Thank you so much for hanging on out. We're making our way up to and we can see it now, a lot of trees along this way here are beginning to bud. Just off to my left-hand side, strawberry fields. It's at the top of that hill. Off to my left-hand side. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be up in Queens tomorrow, W2. We're going to do a park in Queens that we've never done before. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to do a park that nobody has live streamed in a very long time. Nice little spot to get a haircut. That lady, you're more than welcome. Yeah, beautiful twin towers of the San Remo apartments designed by Emery Roth. Yeah, Yogo's 91. Sandra Ann, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to Central Park. But yeah, tomorrow I think we're going to be in Queens and do a very unique walk. Very unique tour tomorrow. Up in Queens, deep in Queens, by the way. We're going to be pretty deep in Queens tomorrow. Well, we got some color here on the trees. Early signs of spring here. As we look here at the western end of the lake, making our way up to the Jacqueline Cayonasis Reservoir. The twin towers of the San Remo. Barry Manilow used to sublet to Raquel Welch in that building. I think tomorrow, we should be live tomorrow, Bill, around 3 o'clock. Maybe 3 o'clock, 3:30 tomorrow. We will be back live again. Don't know the exact time. Because me and the Duchess are going up to Queens to do a bit of a photo shoot. But after we're done with that, we're going to get our steps in. Deep in Queens, next fall on CBS. The old ladies' pavilion is off to our right-hand side. A fantastic photo spot. 2 hours, 41 minutes. We're right on time. I was saying to myself, I should be able to do this route in about 3 hours. And I think I'm right on time for that. And I think I will be taking the train back from like 81st Street, I think I'll be taking the train from. Save my feet from walking back down to Columbus Circle. Because we definitely hit 14K. We definitely hit 14,000 steps at this point. Master Blocker says that there's a crazy man on the 1 train at 28th Street throwing cans of fire at people. Wow. More information on the Citizen app. I don't know what relevancy that has to do with us being in Central Park, but you know, this isn't news exactly. No breaking news, please. I would appreciate that. Exactly, this isn't the Citizen app. Look how beautiful these trees are. Got a little bit of color coming on out. We're so far from 28th Street. We're all the way up on like, what are we at now? We're at like 80th now, or 76. We're at 76th Street. We're so far from 28th Street, so who cares about that master blocker? I certainly don't. All right. We're almost to where we want to be. Because we're going to see some beautiful blossoming trees in about a mile from now, maybe about a half mile. I appreciate that, JR. Appreciate that play with words there. Real pretty here in the park. The New York Historical Society and the Natural History Museum is off to our left-hand side. As we look at that fast road bike there, we are coming up to the spot where Bono had his bicycle crash. Bono of U2 flipped, tumbled with his bike some 1,000 yards. He thought he wouldn't be able to play music, or play the guitar or sing ever again, but he did. Tony Manzo, good to see you. Come back in a few weeks when the trees are blossoming. Tony, the trees are blossoming. Some of the early first blossoms are just ahead, Tony, so stay tuned and you will see them.
I stick up for you? Yes. If I do that?
But we will be coming back to the park when a lot more of the park is blossoming, and then of course Brooklyn Botanical Garden, when the cherry esplanade is blossoming, we'll be there for that. And we'll try to make our way all around the city to see various blossoming trees. Yesterday we saw a lovely line of blossoming trees up in Roosevelt Island. Coming up to our right-hand side, the Swedish Cottage. Swedish Cottage is a prefabricated schoolhouse built for the Exposition of 1867 out in Fairmount Park, Philadelphia. Frederick Lahr Olmsted saw this at that World's Fair and said, I have to have that for the park. He bought the building and moved here to Central Park, and now it's home to New York City Parks Department's Puppetry Division. Most people simply call this building the Marionette Theater because there's puppet shows here at this theater. Once again, we're doing 14,000 steps. Said that about 10 minutes ago. Maybe even less. 14,000 steps. Also coming up on our right-hand side is going to be the Shakespeare Garden. Shakespeare Garden is right back up there. And then over here is the Delacorte Theater, home to Shakespeare in the Park. And the Delacorte Theater is currently undergoing a bit of a renovation to make it more wheelchair accessible. And I'm really getting a workout. This is like all uphill going in this direction over here.
Are you in like a club or
Are the daffodils coming up? Yes, they are fake hills. They worked with nature, not against it. Slowing down ever so slightly here. Any sunset tonight? Well, I mean, this is going to be our sunset. It's going to go behind the buildings. So, sunset today's at, what is it, 7:01? But we're here in Central Park, so it's going to go behind the buildings. So we'll get our sunset pretty much right at the end of the stream, which is going to be in about probably 25 minutes. Maybe another half hour we're going to be on for. We're now at 82nd Street. We're now going to begin to pass through the Arthur Ross Pinetum. Frederick Lahr Olmsted wanted a part of the park to be green all year round. So thus in this section of the park, there's a bunch of pine trees planted. So the Arthur Ross Pinetum coming up next. Very nice pathway, yes indeed. Yeah, see, this is like all uphill going in this direction here. So I'm kind of pacing myself out. My feet are finally getting to their ouchie moment. After some of these walks, I'm always walking a little funny after I stand back up on the subway. And as you see, as we come to this section of the park, we're just to the west of the Great Lawn. And the Great Lawn, home to many historic events. Simon and Garfunkel had their reunion there. Pope John Paul II spoke to 700,000 people. Diana Ross played in a thunderstorm to over 1 million people. Amongst many, many other things. That's just off to our right-hand side. But as you see, we have this little stand of pine trees here. And we're also in the area of Seneca Village, the largest inhabited area before Central Park is built. In this area of the park, you will have signage that will tell you some of the history of this area before the park was built. See? This talks about the livelihoods of the people who used to live here. More information, want to find more signs? Scan the QR code. But yeah, they're all in this area here. All in this area right here. And now we're in Arthur Ross Pinetum. And then the Great Lawn is right over there. And now we're coming up to the spot where a whole bunch of trees are blooming now. Got some beautiful views about to come up next. Here's another Seneca Village signage. see our blossoming trees. They certainly look nice from even all the way over here. All right, now we're on the bridle path. Some of our first blooming trees here in Central Park coming up next in a few minutes. You can already tell we have a beautiful view coming up. Yep, 2 hours later. It's 2 hours and 54 minutes, Julie B. Approaching the 3-hour mark. We walked about probably 6-7 miles today. Started at the World Trade Center. Made our way up 5th Avenue. And now we're here in Central Park at about 85th Street as we go over the 79th Street Traverse. And if you stayed tuned in this whole time, here is your reward. The first signs of spring here in New York City. Keep on hitting that thumbs up. If we could get to 375 likes, that will be fantastic. If we could get to 375 likes, that will be a beautiful thing. So keep on hitting that like button. Let's get a good ratio going here. But here is your reward. Here in the shadow of the El Dorado Apartments, 300 Central Park West. Here it is. Look at this, guys. That's right, Sean, right on time, Sean. Sean came back right on time. Check it out, guys. We've made it. We've came all this distance. And now we're here. Oh, yeah. Our first nice stand of blossoming trees here in Central Park. I think last year when we came through here and we saw a little bit of color, it was... All right, so nice. All right, this is your reward. And if you hung out with me this whole time, here is your reward. Yeah, can't wait for DC, me too. And then look, there's some more. There's some more down here. They're not very fragrant. No, not like the ones in, they're definitely not fragrant like the ones over in Roosevelt Island. The ones in Roosevelt Island had a little bit of a smell to them. These ones, not so much. But look at how beautiful this is. Look at what the view here. I knew this was gonna look great this time of day. It's like the only color. As the sun gets lower in the sky. So pretty indeed. Yeah, great light on it. Oh, springtime, everybody. It is here. It is here. Another, it's gonna get cold next week, but another fairly easy winter We've made it through a fairly easy, rainy winter this year. Got a little bit of snow. Hey, we did time it out well, right? I'm a professional tour guide. I tend to plan out these things. Look at this view right here. My Lord, this is gorgeous. This is pretty. Look at this. Does get more New York than that. The El Dorado and Central Park. My goodness. How lucky are we to be able to experience this? How lucky are we? Does not get more New York than this. It really doesn't. Well, I got the reflection. Got the reflection of the trees and the big puddle here. Wow, look at that. Real pretty. Not a perfect mirror, but hey, beggars can't be choosy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed our little romp through the greatest city in the world, New York, New York. Look at that. Wow. Lots of screenshots right here, right? Is it your first time finding this nonsense? Make sure to subscribe to the Dutch Moz Family Networks here on YouTube and on Instagram. All same name at Dutch Moz. Make sure you hit the notification bell because I never know when I'm going to go live next. We'll be live tomorrow afternoon. Probably around 3 o'clock tomorrow, so stay tuned. Make sure the notification bells are turned on and join me for another beautiful tour of New York, but from Central Park here at the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. This is Dutch Moz signing off. Have a fantastic New York day, whether you live here or not. Hug your loved ones, cherish those moments. And good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.